Okay, getting into Protocol Watch, as always, we have a few things to cover. We don't have anything for forum governance, but we do have for forum research. We have some of the core dev updates. That includes Edge and Node and GraphOps. As always, we have the core dev updates, as I mentioned, Edge and Node and GraphOps this time. All of those are quite lengthy updates. So if you're interested in any of those teams and what they've been up to for February, just the links are in the agenda, so you can just take a look at the forum threads for those. We have quite a lot of contracts repository updates. Most of those are either dependency bumps or implementations fixes or otherwise for the rewards eligibility oracle, as well as for some Horizon related contracts. So if you're interested in any of those, again, each of the PRs are linked in the agenda. And the network subgraph, we don't have any new updates since last IH, thankfully, because we've been having so many updates to those. Yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. So I'm going to be, if Abel can hear me, I'm going to be sending it back to him.
Yes, right on time. I can hear you. Good stuff. Are we moving to another platform in the new age of verification rules for Discord? Unfortunately not, unless there is a way that we could engage people in Discord while being on another platform. Yeah, let's just build Discord with no weird rules. I'd actually love that. I'd love that because Discord is very painful. As great as it is as a tool to help people gather online with communities, it is a very frustrating tool, and the permissions are just quite annoying. But no, Discord, until further notice. I don't know if there's a way you could be like on Zoom or Google Meet and stream to Discord or something, because we need to be in Discord to know that, like, so, like if somebody's on a Discord, they can see there's a call happening, they can just hop in. It's quite trivial. Whereas if we were to do, it's just let's ask live here. I'm only 14. Will I be impacted? What the hell? What does that even mean, sir? And then Juan saying, Codex, build me better Discord. No weird rules. No make no mistakes. Exactly. Are you saying Josh should get shadow banned for that comment? I think so too. Just like Abel. What? I'm not shadow banned. Who said that? I'm completely by the book. I'm in the by Juan. How did I get a shadow ban? What did I do to Juan? By Eugenia. Oh Lord, what did I do to Eugenia? Oh man. I they keep muting you. Oh yeah. Damn it. I don't know what's wrong. I think everything's fine. I think it's because I don't know, I had some weird settings. Joke went over my head yet. That's very accurate. Very accurate.
What age are you in?
I love it. I love it. Okay, all right. Let's get the show on the road. Just scrolling up to see if there are any questions. I think the main one was from Matthew, but it seems to have been answered. Discord is a new. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. That's funny, Josh. Okay. Before we move on, I did get news in Slack about this, and it's important that we just take a moment to acknowledge this. I don't know if you guys know Brian Lopez from Streaming Fast, but he also passed recently. I found out today, just before the call. Obviously, it's another devastating loss for the community. It's like two people that we found out about relatively recently, which is it's been very difficult processing all of this stuff. I just want to express my what's the word I'm looking for? Like I hope his family are doing okay, his friends and family. Some of you may know him from the community, and those who work at Streaming Fast. It's just really sad, and I don't know what to say. I don't know how to move on from that, but I just wanted to kind of pay homage to both of them, to Jim and also Brian as well. Both great people, and just praying for their families. Man. I can only imagine, Josh. You probably know him more than any of us because you worked with him on the team. And also very kind words there, Vincent, about the contributions of Brian and Jim, and how their presence will be dearly missed and never forgotten. I hope this is the last of terrible news we get. I just wanted to make the space to acknowledge both of them. How do you move on from that? Now I feel really awkward. They say you either laugh or you cry, I'm trying to see the positive in all these situations. So, let's try and I was thinking about it. I was thinking, it's never easy when somebody passes, but I'm sure, people want them to celebrate their life instead of thinking about their passing, and so let's keep it positive and try and move forward with them in our hearts and our minds. Lol, how do you even move forward from this? Okay, I want to pay attention to the comment that Matthew put in the chat earlier today, which I think could be a spearhead conversation today, amongst many other things. And maybe we can tie this into what I was thinking about also discussing today, which is the roadmap. He basically just says that being economics for an indexer are quite tricky at the moment, and it's not profitable, according to him, and it's quite an important topic that a lot of people are concerned about. We had Payne, who's a very strong member of the index community and led a lot of things, leave relatively recently. So I think it's worth talking about this. I see Matthew was typing there. Do you want to just add a couple more words, Matthew, just to give context in terms of your specific concerns? I know this is a wider concern that people have. Perhaps there's some specific aspects you want to elaborate on, either via voice or text. Feel free to do so, and we can take a stab at this conversation. I see Matthew's typing. It wasn't my specific concern. I was just adding my voice into the discussion based on the indexer chat earlier. Okay. Yeah, there's a few people saying a few things in the chat, I see. maybe let's that. So do you want to does anyone else have any how can we speed up the roadmap to help indexes rather sooner rather than later? It's a great question. Maybe Slim, you want to hop in and just share some context there, because I know you have quite a clear picture of the stuff coming ahead with the roadmap.
A second here.
Yeah, sure. Josh is saying, I haven't had a chance to see the chat yet, but definitely running at a loss on our side. Okay, maybe while Slim is getting set up, Josh, do you want to add some additional context to your setup and what we're currently removing chains and subgraphs? Wow. Okay, which ones, Matthew? Which chains and which subgraphs? And also, Josh, are you doing the same as well? Let us know. Whatever is not profitable. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think this is specifically, I was just looking at what question Matthew was referring to, and yeah, I've been in that chat today. So, but yeah, I think it's specifically talking about being profitable as an indexer, and yeah, there's definitely some items on the roadmap there that will help bring revenue. One of them that like POps were asking about was the foundation delegation program. It's not specifically mentioned on the roadmap, but that is tied to the liquid staking initiative that you can find on the roadmap. The liquid staking, for the liquid staking, we are partnering with with someone with a very long with very long experience working on liquid staking products, including institutional clients. We're actually moving towards signing it today. I was working on the final elements on that contract this morning. And yeah, once it's signed, we can talk more in detail about what that entails and who that partner is, and how the foundation delegation program plays into this. Is that the foundation will be the ones directing how those liquid staked tokens are delegated across indexes and across data services once we have multiple data services. And I've talked about this briefly before, but one of the key aspects there is that we can bring more stability to indexes that are providing a value on the network. And for example, by monitoring and ensuring they have the minimum delegation they will need to stay profitable, and we will monitor both like on and off chain activity so that it goes to indexes that are providing real value. On top of that, we of course have the new data services that will bring new revenue opportunities. We are also looking at recovering rewards that are currently being denied from various sources in the ecosystem. For example, if an index is now closing an allocation with that is stale, those rewards have already accrued and is taken away from the pool of issuance, and it's effectively burned. But there is a potential to recover those rewards and to circle them back into the protocol. So there's a few things on the roadmap that we are working on that will be potential to both increase the revenue as well as the stability for indexes more so. There's one thing that I did want to talk with indexes about, though, is that we have a very low cut for how much work we are doing in the Graph protocol. I think like many of us come from other protocols. We run validators, or we run like other infrastructure in Web3, where we are used to it either being like a 5%, a 3%, or maybe 10% is like the go-to cut that a lot of validators are taking in other protocols. But the graph is very different from many other protocols. First of all, to keep the same APR, if you are getting more delegation, it means you need to expand to more subgraphs. By extension, you need to expand to more chains, which is very quickly filling up those NVMe drives. And at one point, you will, like, I've done some of the calculations there, and at some points it's not even profitable to be an indexer over being a delegator, or being an indexer, and like at one point it's even more profitable not to take on more delegation, because you would have to scale up to keep the same APR, and that is not a solid foundation to be at. And I don't know what to do there, but I would actually recommend, and on the two indexes that I'm involved with, InfraDAO and Braindexer, we were increasing the cut, simply as a way of, like, we don't want to be like racing towards the bottom of having the lowest cut. And that's where, like, I would love for this to be like an open discussion, not a like. I can't recommend something to indexes, but I would like for us to have an open discussion on, like, why are we still having. I think the last time I checked was middle of Q3, Q4 last year, and then it was 13.8% was the average cut that indexes are taking on the network. And I would love for people to increase their cuts. I think that would make the graph a lot more sustainable. And I would much rather see the GRT go to indexes that are doing a value add to the network, like very tangible value add, than delegators that are doing a set it and forget it. Of course, I can also mention that with the upcoming Foundation Delegation and Liquid Staking Initiative, we will be able to abstract away a lot of these decisions from delegators, especially if we're working with large institutions or centralized exchanges that may want to delegate 100 million or 200 million at once. They don't want to have to figure out first which indexes to delegate to, but in the future they will also have to select which data service that indexer have offered. And to abstract that away and have a single-click delegation allows us to work with a lot more of these institutional players. And I would definitely suggest that also for that, like, it's not like it should be a race to the bottom of getting those delegations. It should be like a healthy cut. But yeah, I see people are proposing in chat, so I just want to put that out there. I think now is the time when we need to revisit that, because the marginal gain from, especially if you start a new indexer, why would you start a new indexer if you can earn 90% of the same rewards by just delegating, and you wouldn't have any infra cost?